Today, Catholic social teaching is based on the theme, a critical understanding of power, the case of power grabbing in the state of Para. The case of power grabbing in Para makes a very timely yet critical case study to deepen our understanding of power in terms of the power relation between the political power and the power of the rakyat. Four fundamental questions ought to be asked. First, what is power? Two, what is power over? And three, what is the power relation between the powerful few and the less powerful majority? Four, what is power with and its relation with solidarity? First question, what is power? All human persons have the power, which Wayne A. Meeks defines as the capacity for achieving goals in social systems. Walter Wing explains that power is the confluence of both spiritual and material factors, which are invisible, immaterial, spiritual, and very real. Power has an inner pole and an outer pole. The inner pole refers to the spirituality of institutions, which Wing describes as a within of corporate structures and systems, the inner essences of outer organizations of power. Wing adds that the outer dimensions refer to political systems, the appointed officials, the chair of the organization, laws, in short, all tangible manifestations which power takes. Second, what is power over? Power over is the power rightfully conferred by the rakyat on the elected MPs and state councillors who serve the rakyat according to the provisions of the federal and state constitutions. As MPs and state councillors, the rakyat expect them to be their representatives at the parliament and state assembly. When these political leaders fail to represent the interests of the rakyat, except their vested interests and lust for power and wealth, such a collective power becomes demoniac because, in the words of Wing, it places itself above God's purpose for the good of the whole. According to French philosopher Jean Baudrillard, demonic power tends to simulate its power, in which the powers that be conceals the fact that the real is no longer real. So what is seen as power is a facade, a cover-up, or what Baudrillard describes as only a mirror of the power it describes. So that when power no longer succeeds in reproducing itself as real, it falls into the hyper-real and vanishes. This is the end of power. Power becomes hollow at the center, although outwardly the said political power seems invincible. Third, what is the power relation between the powerful few and the less powerful majority? Magdalena Villarreal observes that the powerful exercise power over the rakyat are not in complete control of the state, and the degree to which they are also themselves forged by the powerless is not to be disregarded, as power involves struggle, negotiation, and compromise. The power relation is always a constant interplay between the powerful and the seemingly powerless. Struggle and negotiation involve seeking an audience with the sultan concerned, with the lawyers and experts, and of course, recourse to civil disobedience and forging solidarity with the rakyat, a point emphasized no less by two prominent leaders. Professor Dr. Salid Faruqi and past spiritual leader in London MB, Datonik Aziz Mat. Dr. Faruqi clearly states that a government that comes to power by wheeling and dealing leaves a bad taste in the mouth. The democratic thing to do is to go back to the people. Past spiritual leader in London MB, Datonik Aziz Mat explains, I really hate those who hope, because it is tantamount to betraying the trust of the people who voted them. These leaders emphasize the paramount importance of the sacredness of the electoral power of the rakyat. Compromise involves mutual acceptance of differences, understanding each other's points of view, and collaborating together for the interests of the rakyat, with a willingness to forego past prejudices and obstacles, and going beyond the mere survival of the political party concerned to work for the common good of the rakyat, more so in this difficult time of financial meltdowns and world economic recession. Indeed, the power of the less powerful majority occasionally erupts and manifests itself as a justice-driven people power. already experienced in the Edsa Revolution in Manila. In Baudrillard's view, the La Masa has to be regarded always as a potential energy, a reservoir of the social and of social energy. Today, a mere referent. Tomorrow, when they speak up and cease to be the silent majority, a protagonist of history with a claim to subjecthood. In other words, never underestimate the power of the rakyat to bring about the desired changes when their elected representatives fail to be their voices. 4. What is power with and its relation with solidarity among the citizens? Emily Towns described power with as power that emerges out of the life of people, not that which is imposed upon them. And persons experience it when they engage in interaction that produces value and summons persons to develop their capacities for nurturance and empathy, as well as interconnectedness. Its project is justice. Justice for the excluded means ready access as equal citizens, safe space in a violent-free society, right relationship with people of other faiths and ideologies, and right relationship with creation. Only power with brings about a sense of just relationship among people of different status, a way of relating that rightly brings about solidarity. John Paul II, in his encyclical Sollicitudo Rei Socialis No. 30, made it clear that solidarity perceives the other as our neighbor, a helper, to be made a sharer on par with ourselves in the banquet of life to which all are equally invited by God. In No. 40, he explained that solidarity seeks to go beyond itself to take on specifically Christian dimension of total gratuity, forgiveness, and reconciliation.